Are you ready to awaken, heal, and align with your highest self? I'm Heather Len, founder of Heart Alchemy Wellness, a spiritual life coach, certified Ayurvedic nutritionist, QHHT practitioner, and 300-hour YTT yoga instructor. I've dedicated my journey to guiding others through deep transformations through shadow work and energetic healing. Through Chakra Wave Tuning and trauma-informed sound therapy, I help you unlock your inner wisdom, balance your energy, and step into your true power. Whether through one-on-one sessions or through our immersive retreats, I'm here to support your path to wholeness. Join me on this journey of self-discovery and healing. It's time to reclaim your power, awaken your heart, and step into the life you were meant to live.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, my lovers. Happy Taco Tuesday. Coach Heather Len, yes. I'm going to make some homemade tacos tonight. Super excited. I love Taco Tuesday. It's been a while since I've actually cooked at home. I love Taco Bell, I'm not gonna lie. So I've not done Taco Tuesday for a while. Okay, so let's just go ahead and dive right in. For those that don't know who I am, my name is Coach Heather Len. I have included the link below of all of my events, all of my sessions, everything you need to know about Heather Len. You need to book a session, go to the link below. You want to join my women's group, the link is below. You want to go ahead and join the Dayton Breath and Plunge group, join the group below. All right, there's a lot of knowledge in that little link down there that's like, peck me. Okay? All right, so now that I got that energy out of the way, let's go ahead and dive right into this Tuesday energy. On Thursday, we're going to actually have a new moon in Cancer. It's some beautiful energy. We'll kind of discuss that energy a little bit tomorrow. And actually on the new moon, I am going to be offering a new moon ceremony to all of my ladies in my women's group, and it does look like I did not get my basket. It's empty. There's nothing in there, y'all. I'm not a dirty butt. My laundry's clean. I'm kidding, even if there was clothes. I live in a house. You know, I do live. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and be hosting a beautiful ceremony. It's going to be small, intimate. I'm going to pull some cards. There's going to be there'll be a pick a three tarot reading for the collective, and just kind of help us immerse ourselves into this beautiful energy. And we will need a candle, because we will be writing our intention into our candle and burning it during our ceremony. So with that said, I'll get the event scheduled in my girls group tonight. I'll go ahead and put the link in the middle below, because that little link is everything. Okay, so let's dive right in with the Daily Vibes with Heather Len. What Daily Vibes with Heather Len is? It's a daily podcast. Essentially, it's a daily podcast where we cultivate chi, we discuss the energy of the collective, and we do some breath work. What it's keeping us accountable for is some self-love actions for ourselves. Why? Because our life's busy. And when do you have time to do it? Okay, so if you really would cut down the chatter that we do, and you would do this particular technique, you could do this technique without me, your girl Heather, but you're not going to get all the knowledge bombs. You can do it within 2 minutes. And I recommend doing it as soon as you get up, or between the hours of 11 and 2 p.m. because those are the heightened hours for Qigong. Qigong is basically an energy release practice. Qi is energy, Gong is a practice. What it is it's utilized to help move the energy through our body, because our body, we're electric, we're magnetic. So the energy needs to be able to move through our body fluidly, okay? That should go like this. However, with day-to-day stress, all those I can't, I don't, I'm not able to, all of these feelings and emotions cause us blockages. Because when our energy is not free to move freely, because technically we're supposed to be free spiritually and emotionally, we get blockages, which is okay. We're all prone to blockages because we're human. All right? So with that said, we're going to cleanse the energy space, jump into the Qigong, and then do our breathwork technique.
If your spirit's craving stillness and new adventures, you're in the right place. Lake Hope is calling. Will you answer? Announcing Ascending with Our Roots is moving to a new, upgraded retreat site right in the heart of Zaleski State Forest at Lake Hope, Ohio. Just 20 minutes from Hocking Hills, you'll camp beneath the trees, surrounded by tranquility and nature's beauty. We're offering the same powerful flow shops you love, plus new experiences. Explore the in-campground nature center, meet gentle reptiles, and soak up peaceful lake views. Your 2-day outdoor adventure includes plant-based picnic-style meals, elemental meditation hikes, cacao and shamanic opening, fire and flow arts, biofield tuning, yoga and hooping, all led by our dedicated facilitators. Tickets are just $55 for 1 day, or $99 for both. Spots fill up fast, so scan the QR code or visit lee.sten.to/sacredlightretreats to register. Questions? Text Marcus Christo at 513-238-5580. See you at Lake Hope.
So I just have a little mini hand pan, awesome, cute little guy, love it. I've been learning to play it a little bit, but making my own tunes. There's this one that's on here that's so hard to get. Right here. That little guy. He's so high. Okay, so now that our energy space is clear, we clear the energy space to remove any energy that is not of love and that is not of light. Because why? Because we're basically trying to elevate our consciousness into a love and light experience. We create our life. How do we create our life? We create our reality through our mind, our daily actions, and our daily reactions. Okay? So today we're going to dive right into the Oracle. And I'm using a Moonology Manifestation Oracle cards from Yasmin Bowman. Yasmin. And go follow her on Facebook if you're really interested in a good, just someone good. I've gone to a couple of her online ceremonies and they're perfecto. Just saying. Girl, you got it. And they're just real simple, quaint rituals, right? They're just real simple and real quaint. And they're just meetups for all of these ladies and men, you guys are more than welcome to. I invite in the divine white light to cleanse these cards of any energies that are not of love, that are not of light, and that are not of the energy of our collective tribe, and of this energy right here, right now. With much love, much light, and much gratitude. Thank you. Ooh, and that shit started blowing. Woohoo! Alright, so, and I only need one card. They're all stuck together, so I'm just getting them, and then, yeah. See, they're playing games. I'm not doing that. I can't read 3 cards, we don't have time. And sometimes if they do it again, then I have to follow guidance because that's the message they want to speak. All right, come on, there's a card down here that wants to come out. Flyer, thank you. I felt it. It's like, I want to come out. Okay, it says first quarter moon in Virgo. And it's a reminder to assess the situation. We are a few days before the new moon. It is a very powerful new moon and a open portal for you to basically manifest your intentions. So what we're doing is we're going to have a manifestation ritual where we're setting our intentions. And this will be 1:11 at 6 p.m. So it says first quarter moon in Virgo, assess the situation. And look at her just in her little Buddha, just like stands. And I have been working on lotus pose, guys, and that is the hardest pose to literally get down in with your legs, because you're like, let's just be real honest, it's a little gnarly. So, but what they say is if you can get in lotus pose, that your body's in sync and full alignment because you've worked all the, the hard work is in the yoga practice. What we don't realize is when you're in yoga practice and you're in these moves, you're processing information, things that might come up, and it allows that energy to move through you. That's why it's such a beautiful technique, to allow the energy to move through you in a very non-invasive way. You really don't even feel it. It just goes like, boom. Probably one of the easiest ways to transmute a negative experience would be through a dream. You actually have a dream, and that is you processing the pain and the hurt. People don't realize that. That's why if you have veterans that might have, flashbacks, that's honestly their body trying to let them know, hey, you got a lot of trauma stored here. You need to look at this. And of course, our ego mind is like, nah, bro, that shit's rough. I am not pulling off that Band-Aid. And a lot of peace, I know that a lot of peace comes later once they've mauled over a lot of that stuff. Like if they're in a PTSD state, that's not going to drive. That's going to be a repeated scene that's very harmful to the immune system. Okay, so assess the situation. It says stop, breathe, and take stock. Perhaps you have taken on too much. Now is the time to be reliable and practical. Laziness is your enemy. Also, don't be too influenced by the crowd and what they're saying. Do you still want to want what you used to want as much? If so, are you really doing what needs to be done to make your dreams real? Oh shit. Express how you feel, but do it without too much self-criticism or criticism of others. Make an honest inventory about where you could do more to manifest your dreams. Right? We're coming up to this new moon, and y'all, this just hit me in the chops because it actually is kind of some of the things that I've been going on. I've been really putting some things that aren't productive priorities in front of some things that are. So just saying, make note of what's going on. Be honest with yourself. Don't be hypercritical. It says manifesting mix. It says the energies at play here are a mix of flirtatious and shy, inquiring and hesitant. You need to work them in your favor. And y'all, I know what this is. I know what this is. I know what this is. And I'll tell you guys later, but I'm going to keep this to myself. It's quite cute. This card asks you to be mentally flexible. Whatever challenge you, face your current whatever challenges you face, your current situation is unlikely to be a total impasse. It says, tune into your manifestation powers. Talks about your throat chakra. You guys know me. Now I told you guys and really we cannot be a true free soul until our throat chakra is 100% free of any blockages. So y'all know me. And I know I have a blockage because I have a little knot down here. And this is just a reminder for the collective as well. So the throat chakra, helps you express yourself, your desire, and whether you need more time to think about something. It's located at the base of the throat and is the beautiful color sky of the sky blue. Visualize a calm of purest sky blue bright pouring down over you as you hold the card over the base of your throat and call in the energies with these words. So let's go ahead and call in these energies for this Virgo first quarter moon. It says, energies of the first quarter moon in Virgo. Thank you for helping me towards clarity and confidence. So we're going to repeat that. Energies of the first quarter moon in Virgo. Thank you for helping me towards clarity and confidence. It says the best time to work with your magic in Virgo is when the moon is in Virgo on Wednesday, Mercury day. And y'all know what's funny? I was born on a Wednesday and I'm a Virgo. So obviously it's telling me I probably need to work with this energy tomorrow. So the first quarter moon in Virgo takes place when the sun is in Gemini and the moon is in Virgo. It knows it's never too late to change the way of thinking. And I'm just going to be honest, guys. I was in this transit where Saturn was opposing my sun. So Saturn was opposing my Virgo for like 6 months. And some of the symptoms were confusion, just not feeling planted and what I'm working with, and more or less that if I was not in the right space for me to be working with, then I would feel heavy tension. Things would be out of alignment. It would be very difficult for me to ground things into reality. And y'all, like with this new job, that has been everything like everything about it. It has just been something completely new. But however, each time that I overcome a new level of like shyness or whatever, I'm just faced with another problem. So it's like, all right, so the universe is like, okay girl, you took care of that with ease, so let me just throw something else at you and just see if you really do like it. Because you got to realize that when you want to do something, you got to love to do it. And this isn't in my coaching business because that shit's easy. Like that's what I'm meant to be doing. And I'm just having that like juggle of, responsible Heather got to being an adult until we get all this school of rocks, hard knocks rocks off the fucking ground. It's just like, thank you. I needed that. Okay, so let's get to the Qigong so we can get to the breath work so we can get out of here this morning. Okay, so Qigong, again, is an ancient Chinese practice. It's designed to help, I'm just going to be honest, I'm just going to call them energy points. Okay, a lot of people are freaked out like, chakras, that's some woo-woo. No, chakras are actually energy points in your body that correlate to specific points that are well documented in the medical field, and they represent something. Okay, just being real. If I go in and I touch you in your heart gate, you're gonna feel it. If you have trauma, you'll probably cry. Same thing with your solar plexus. There's a particular spot in your solar plexus, you can feel it. It's designed to stimulate emotions. You have it on your front and your back. All right, you have gates in the front and the back. So basically, a lot of times if your gates are closed, you have to stimulate these pressure points. Okay, they do make a difference. Why do you think that they are Why do you think we have pressure points? I don't know. They mean nothing, right? They're just there, right? No, they have a purpose. Okay, so we're going to clear the energy in our hands. Why do we clear the energy in their hands? Because we are made up of the elemental, the 5 elements as well. Fire, water. So fire is our lungs. Water is our emotions. Air is air is fire. You know, so they just represent elements of our body. So when I talk about the elements, that is within us, okay? Because we are made up of fire. That's where we create things. That's where co-creation comes from, right? We get our breath from air. Our emotional body comes from water, okay? All right, so let's clap our hands, and what we're doing is we're rebalancing the 5 elements within our body, all right? So this is one way, and it starts with vibrations, frequency. And let's set the intention today to just make ourselves magnetic AF, right? Bring us all the things that our little self, our inner child desires today. Let's have some fun. Let's let go of the shit where we got to be serious and just just dive right into just your inner self. So, clapping 9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh, a big sigh of relief. Observe your hands. And right now my hands feel like little prickles. Okay, this is the energy and the rebalancing that I'm speaking of. If you can feel tingles, that's what we're talking about. That is stagnation. Okay? Even when you clap your hands, okay? Why? Because we hold on to things, we accept love, and we give love, okay? All right, now moving to our underarms. Now there is a modification that we can use, okay? So you have sovereignty over your body. You know exactly what the anatomy is, how far you can go, what feels comfortable, what feels crunchy, and what feels not nice, okay? We need to be in that I feel amazing space, because anything above that amazing space is not where you're supposed to be. It's supposed to be comfortable, at ease, and what do I mean by that? Okay, I had a thoracic injury, okay? So the way that I had to do this initially, because I was heartbroken over some of the things that were going on that I didn't process, because I was a stuff and shover man, I stuff and shove everything. And I'm learning not to do that because it didn't serve me, and I still had to go and regurgitate and process it, lick my wounds later anyway. So now I'm like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Just deal with it now. So, and your shoulders has a lot to do with your heart chakra. I'm just going to be real open and honest because I know it's happened to me and my father and my sister too. No, I'm kidding. It did happen to me and my dad. And I was actually leading the same path because of the similar emotions. Because guess why? Because I carry all my dad's Akashic information from his RNA, from his DNA down for the past 10 generations. So all of this knowledge from my family and my ancestors is stored in my body as well. Okay, and that's what we don't acknowledge. Where all these feelings come from that I don't know. I've never experienced any of this stuff. That is where. It is through the Akashic records, the oneness of our DNA. Why? Okay, so we can inherit, bad genes. Why can't we inherit all of their memories and their traumas as well? That makes 0 sense. So to me, that makes 0 sense. So this is where it stores at, and it's usually in the heart chakra because we close our heart to shield ourselves. So when you see someone that's hunched over like this, they're literally basically shielding their heart. I know, because I have to remind myself to back up, because I had an automatic trigger to go in. That's terrible on your spine, and it's actually a subconscious mechanism that your body's doing to protect you. Okay, so you can put your hand like this and you can start down here. If you can't lift your arm up, this is where you begin. All you're doing is getting the energy stored out from this area right here. We're basically moving the energy through the lymphatic system, right? Because we're clearing blockages. It doesn't matter how far you go. So you can be here, 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 all the way down. Wherever your heart's little desire and your physical anatomy is going to allow you today. For me, I prefer it up here because I know that I need to release this energy because I have been working through something, and it's not easy just to say, hey, go away. I don't want to work with you anymore. I've learned my lesson. You can talk that shit all you want, but until you thoroughly learn the lesson, been tested by universe, God, spirit, whatever it is that you work with. I say, universe, spirit, just because that is a universal term, so I'm not offending anyone. So that's what I mean is God, spirit, if you believe in Allah, Buddha, whatever it is that you religiously believe, we're just going to work with whatever your source is. So let's go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, because I gotta go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're gonna move to our elbow creases. The elbow creases basically is kind of, remember, we release the energy in our hands. Our hands represent our ability to hold and give love. And basically the further out is how do we give and receive? What are we holding on to? If you're holding on to an emotion, guess what? You're probably going to struggle with issues with like carpal tunnel because your body is tense. Your body is not supposed to be tense. Repeated exposure to, certain emotions create these issues. Okay? That's why they recommend rehab therapy way several times before you go in to actually have surgery. And if you have to have surgery, don't beat yourself up. All right? It happens. I told you I stuffed and shut for 40 years and didn't know about it. It happens. We are human, and some things we physically need help with. And that's what they're there for. So, other side. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we already did that side. Elbow creases. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And these have been hurting really bad for me. Oh, just because, my boo thing has been sick. I lost my kitty cat, and I've just been really challenged lately and just working through a lot of the energies. But it's been beautiful because the old Heather would have done lost her shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like I can actually, I know I'm being tested. I know God's testing me like, hey, Heather, this is what you want to do. Are you over this energy that you keep talking about that you're over? Are you sure you're closing the gate? And and I'm like, yeah, yes, I'm ready. And I've been pretty successful so far. Oh, what am I doing that for? Okay, now we're going to do our feet. Now, you guys remember, I remind you guys every day that your feet are very powerful. The thing is, we lose a lot of our connection to divine spirit, God, through our soles of our shoes. That's why they tell you to go barefoot, or if you're not feeling well, go connect with Mother Earth or Mother Gaia, because she is the best damn medicine that you could ever have. And outside of your body, because that mug can create some good ass things that it needs to. You need some methamphetamine, it'll create that. You need some, adrenaline, it can create that too. It creates things automatically, that's why it's so important to keep all these systems and functions together. And our feet hold a lot of that information. And it actually, if you were to ask me, I'm going to say that your feet is like a Buddha mainframe to your body. It's like the under the hood of your body is your feet, because there are so many pressure points and so many vital, systems down there. Everything's down there. Everything. Okay, so let's stop our feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Stop, let's put them out. Let's mime one out. And just feel the vibrations and just feel how it feels. If you have shoes on, you don't feel the energy release because you get the plastic absorbing the vibration. And honestly, I promise you, when the vibration and the connection to the earth, there's so much knowledge there. That is where we actually get a lot of downloads from. That's why you write. That's why people paint. It's amazing how many different ways that people connect to God, source, spirit, through different ways. And people are like, but you gotta do it this way. No, you don't. You do it in whatever way suits you. Whatever gets your body to flow and harmonize and sing and hum and feel alive, you're not doing it wrong. The connections are there. Be strong enough to not let anyone, tell you you're doing it wrong. That's where sovereignty comes in. And that's what we're working on. Sovereignty over our body, sovereignty over our health, sovereignty over the things that we build, that we create, sovereignty over our integrity. Our integrity cannot be sold, right? Well, it can be sold, but how much is that going to cost? I'm just going to be honest. That's, because the insurance thing, I kind of felt like at the very end when I quit, I felt like my integrity with my clients had been broken, and I could no longer provide that service for them because my emotional body, my heart was like, no, you just F you them, and just, I didn't, but that's how I felt with, let's be real. I have insurance. There's a tornado. My house is completely, abandoned because I'm not allowed being there. Then someone comes in and steals my shit. And then the insurance company was like, well, what was stolen then? And what was with the tornado? I don't know. Oh, where are your receipts at? Well, fuck, they just went up to Oz, man. Where do you think they went? Dumb questions. And, I'm a 5'1". I'm going to analyze, and it just poked the bear inside me. And I could not do it. I will not sit there and petty Betty people that it's just not for me. I'm sorry. I love you. I got you insurance because I still carry them, but it's because I know why I carry it. However, for me personally, I could not be that go-to girl for that particular organization because I didn't feel in alignment with them anymore. Broke my heart. I stuffed and shoved it. All right, so breathwork technique. We're going to do the open gate again just because we are working in the frequency and really a lot of emotions come up during this time. It is called winter for a reason. We are supposed to be recuperating and regenerating and healing from all the past 9 months, right? Because guess what? Come March, we're planting new seeds, and then off and trot we go. Because that technically is the new year. So when we feel like, oh, I don't feel like manifesting and planting all these seeds, it's because it's really not in true alignment with Mother Earth. It's the Gregorian calendar alignment, but technically the new year starts in March at the spring equinox. So, just saying. All right. So we're going to do the open gate. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our arms up, and then we're going to grab our elbows again. And we're just going to go ahead and breathe in and out. In through our nose as we're going up, out through our mouth as we're going down, kind of like this. And if you feel like crinkling, go at your own pace. You don't have to go at the pace that I go, and I will slow down for teaching's sake. But if you feel like grinding and the gristle and all that stuff and noise, that is the crystallization that your body is letting you know that if you do not, start moving that portion of your body, it's going to lead to some disease in the future. Okay? Or you could actually lose the mobility and that part or region of your body, especially as you age. I am 43. If I'm not very careful and I'm not working on my flexibility each day, I become stiff and I am no longer flexible. That also is a reflection of my life. Am I being flexible in life? And lately I've not been too flexible and I've been feeling it. Thank you for that. So let's do this. So again, go at your own pace. We're going to go ahead and start here. We'll be breathing out. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in our nose. And then we're going to breathe out. Up. Out. Up. Out. And I got to go after this. Up. Out. I got to put my jeans on and roll out to work. Up. Out. Good thing my first job's only like 5 minutes down the road that I have for today. I'm like, yeah. Okay. Keep going and breathing. I'm going to give you some insight. So, as you're breathing in, you, like my nostrils, feel like they're getting cooler. I feel like I'm getting a little lightheaded. We're in 3 more. And then once we stop, 1 more. Back up. Raise the arms up. Hold your breath. If you're pregnant or struggle with PTSD, do not hold, just breathe through. And then we're gonna crack the pain and let it all go. I needed that. I was holding a lot of tension in my shoulders and didn't even know it. Top of your shoulders, you have the weight of the world on you. Your bottom half of your body, that's worrying about money. So, just saying, just giving you some insights, giving you some knowledge bombs on your teaching emotions, where they store, how they store, and how they gonna make you feel. So please, 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 please be observant and be present to your mind, to your body, to your spirit. It is ours to cultivate, to love, and to nourish. Y'all, there are going to be some miraculous changes in medical, the way that we use, the medical industry. It's not going to be based on big pharma. It's going to be based on more probably like flight frequencies. So I'm super skidded, excited because shit, I'm 42. They change technology in the next 20 years. I have the opportunity to be living to like 150, y'all. I'm like, hell yeah. Literally that would be, fucking imagine that. I live to be 150. Oh, my dad died at 66. 66. Oh, fuck me. Daddy, you died at 66. Anyway, I would be living like what? So let me just do some math. So that would be what? 86 additional years that my dad wasn't able to live, or my lineage wasn't able to. My grandfather was old. He was like 85, 86. I'm at least going to be there, but if technology changes and if I keep going on the trajectory I'm going, because I really want to get into that. I want to do that. That dude where he's like literally doing the thing where he ages younger, and they say it's like $333 a month to get into like his regiment. And I'm like, oh, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. And basically all you do is just eat right, vitamins, supplements, skin therapy, You know, it's just genuinely just being observant of who you are, how you want to spend your time, and honoring and discipline. That's all it is. It's a little bit of discipline. All right, but I have to be a little disciplined right now and be a responsible adult, get my butt off here, take my ass to work, go sell and service a bunch of my customers. Actually, I'm not selling shit. Let me be real. Heather doesn't sell shit. I'm going to go provide a service of value to my clients, and they're going to be like, yay, Heather, we love you. We want to buy all your shit. And I'm going to be like, okay, what do you want to buy? Let me show you this. We got this and this and this and this and 55 fucking thousand parts. Too many. That book, I get a little phobic up in that book. 55,000 parts. My brain's like, I can't even think of 100,000 fucking parts for tools. Like, I can't even think of 50, dude. Yeah, I can. Now I can. I'm learning. But I need that learning. I need that confidence. I need to set goals and just little things to help me to continue to grow, because guess what? You are as old as you feel, and I am a spring chicken. And you're a spring chicken. Why? Because we're cultivating all this wonderful chi to help us magnetize and release all the things that don't serve us on a daily basis. So, all right, guys, much love, much light. I'll get that ceremony scheduled. It's going to be a yoga. It's going to basically be a yoga-based event. We're going to do a little bit of yoga journaling. It's going to be amazing. So y'all have a blessed day. I've got to get off here. Much love, much light. And y'all enjoy your tacos on this fine Taco Tuesday. And if you're a vegan, just do vegetarian tacos. Vegetarian. I don't know. I go back and forth. Like I do Fritas are good. Alright. Much love. Bye.
Daily Heart Alchemy, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern. YouTube, Sacred Light Broadcast Network. Facebook, Heather L. Thomas. Scan the QR code today to get started to book and browse services with Heather Lynn of Heart Alchemy Wellness.
Attention veterans, your next mission: healing and community in beautiful Loveland, Ohio. Imagine a place where nature's serenity meets powerful ancient healing practices. Welcome to the first ever Holistic Healing for Veterans Retreat, happening July 12th and 13th in Loveland, Ohio. This is not just any retreat. Hosted by Marcus Christolite of Sacred Light and co-hosted by former Marine Sergeant AJ Lardy, this 2-day outdoor camping experience is designed just for you. Alongside fellow Sacred community members Heather Lynn of Heart Alchemy Wellness, Lauren aka Peach, Katie Singing Eagle, and Niara, you'll dive deep into holistic shamanic level flow shops. Picture this: sound healing that calms your mind, shadow work that uncovers your true self, and subconscious reprogramming to help you rewire the brain from PTSD and trauma. All set in a beautiful, secluded, natural setting with a magical riverside. And it doesn't stop there. We'll provide clean, vibrant meals for all diets, ensuring you nourish your body as well as your spirit. Let's grow together as a community, bringing empowering healing to ourselves and our loved ones. Tickets are incredibly affordable. Just $33 for 1 day or $77 for the full 2 days. But remember, you must register first. Scan the QR code on the flyer or visit the site next to the code. Got questions? DM Marcus Christolite directly at 513-238-5580. This is your chance to find peace, connect with fellow veterans, and embark on a journey of profound healing. One love.